All right, good day. Welcome to Chilero's Place. Grab yourself a coffee, sit down. If you're like me and you play a lot of modded Ark, you're going to want this one, Automated Ark. So if you download this mod, it'll make your life so much easier. It's a real quality of life mod. I thought I would just go over it a bit. Some people have a little bit of difficulty getting started on it. It's actually quite simple once you figure out a few things. So when you start off early in the game, you're going to want to build this AA workbench. Inside the AA workbench is where you can build all the other AA benches. So this is the first one you're going to want to build. You can see most of them I've already unlocked and have the ability to build. Second thing you're going to want to do is build this AA control console. And this will allow you to sort your items, automate everything, and send everything you need to its appropriate location. And early in the game, you can also build a vault. We've got three types of vaults. So early in the game, you're going to build this first one here, the driftwood vault. A little bit more advanced, the marble vault and the metal vault. They all have the same amount of storage. So if you're like me and you're on PvE, you really only need this driftwood vault. So let's just run through a little bit of how this would work early on in the game. So you've got material. I've got a Dodicarus here, and inside is a bunch of stone. Now I could take out the stone and go place it in the storage. But if it's too heavy, it's too much, there's a variety of things, you don't want to be goofing around too much. You'd head over to the console and you'd manually sort. Now, I've placed a whole bunch of different things in here to start off. All right, so when we do manual sort the first time, nothing really happens. It brought in some stone from the doed, but it's all right here. This is not where we want it. Right? We want this stuff to go into its appropriate locations. So let me give you an example of how that would work. So the first thing you got to do is go to your vault and add the items that you want to go in to this storage box. So for now, we'll start with raw materials. Click on the Show OCD menu. You get a list of everything that's currently inside. We want to select all of them. You can either manually select each one or press Select All and confirm at the bottom. So in this box, now in this vault, is where all these items will go every time we manually sort. All right, so let's go back here. In here, we still have some of these items. Let's manually sort. And they have disappeared. You know what? We're going to throw the hide in there too. Should have put the hide in. And it's all over here. So it is a bit of work to set up. Once you got it set up, it's just wonderful. Right? And we can do the same thing with other items. Right? If you have some ingots, some polymer, organic polymer, spark powder. So of course, we're going to go to our OCD fridge. We've got some meat and spoiled meat in here. You can place organic polymer in this fridge. And we're going to click that. So the next time we get organic polymer, it's going to sort directly into the fridge. And in a second vault, if you so desire, you could set up like processed materials. You'd bring them all into here. And again, you always have to go through, click them, select all, or click them, and confirm. If you don't confirm, it won't be set up. The next time you click on the control console, it'll all jump back out into the control console, and you'll have to do it all again. All right, so I've done that a number of times. So the next thing you're going to want to do is set up your forges. You know what we should do with the vault, though? We can change the name. They all say OCD Vault. But if you want to set these up, we're going to change the name. So we'll just, call it, I don't know, raw materials. Now you notice it didn't change. You're like, what? What? What's going on? It didn't change. I changed the name. So now you got to go back in, go over here, and where it says use custom name, you're going to have to click that. Then we get the name switched on the vault. And you can set up all kinds of things, right? Change this one to processed materials. Whatever you like, however you set up your sorting method. And we'll make a third one just for fun. We will call it Chilero Stuff. There. Now over here we've got these pyrotechnic forges, also AA. You want to remember when you build the AA, if you're using this mod, you always want to build the AA items. You want to build the AA smithy, the AA mortar pestle, the AA fabricator. That way they'll all work together. So the great thing about this forge here, say for example, we're using spark powder, say. So I'm combining it with the pull it mod. So I'm going to bring in some spark powder. All right, I've got spark powder. We'll bring in 3,000. 3,000 spark powder, but it's only in this one. Now I got to go and place it in the other ones. Well, you don't really. You can go down here and balance the forges. There's 3 forges. Just pressing the balance once. Now we've got 1,000 in each forge. All right, so the metal, so you can carry it over if you don't have the pull mod. You can carry your spark powder over, put it in one, and then balance it. So the great thing about these forges now, when we start them all up, we want to get metal in. So what happens when I bring in an Anki full of metal? So I've currently got one in storage. We're going to pull him out of storage. And he's got some stored items. Let's bring him in. Now he should have had metal in him because I was out gathering metal. There's the metal. So we're going to want to, and the metal's gone. Did you see that? It's gone. The metal is gone from his inventory. I didn't even have to do anything. Where did it go? It's over here in our forges. We're already making ingots. I didn't have to carry it little by little. It's there, and it split it. It balanced them between all 3. That is fantastic. Now, the other stuff in his inventory didn't move. So we go back to the console, and let's manually sort. We saw a new material pop in, cactus sap. Well, cactus sap appeared because it's not set up anymore. So again, we take it over to our fridge, throw the cactus sap in, click on cactus sap, and confirm. Now, anytime we get cactus sap, bam, it'll go back here. And if we check the Anki to make sure, now he's got no inventory. It's all been moved out of him. So if you can't carry very much, and these dinos have a full inventory, this is so great. So fantastic. So the AA Smithy is fantastic as well because it will make everything. Here we have some Amisa from Amisa Structures. The AA Smithy will make it. You don't need to build the Amisa Smithy. It's already here. You know, other items that are mods are also here. The salvage station, an upgrade station, blueprint station, personal grave. Here's the storage and the remote teleporter. So you can make these things in the AA Smithy. You don't need another smithy. The mortar pestle is a neat looking thing, right? A little bit of a box. It's got two different recipes. In this case, they're the same. Right? They'll both produce spark powder the same. That's because it has two different recipes. It doesn't matter which one you use here. But it'll produce the recipe that's AA and the recipe that's vanilla. So in this case, they're equal. There's no difference. And what's also neat is if you produce in here and leave the item in here, the next time you manual sort, it'll pull it all out for you and send it to where you designated, which could be raw materials or processed materials or whatever vault system you have going. But then you say, what about stuff that you don't want to sort? Like in here, I've got potions and Crazy's potions table. So let's put down Crazy's potion table. It's a big one. Find a spot that's a little out of the way, back here by the gardens. So we've got Crazy's potions here. So if you make potions in there, I like my potions to stay in. You could sort them to another vault if you want. But I kind of just like it to sit in here, and I know I can go and see what potions I got and make a few more if I need them. So I don't want the manual sort pulling my potions out and sending it back to this control console. So in that case, what you can do is you can add an exclusion. You can exclude structures so they'll be ignored. So I'll go in and list everything you've got here. There's Crazy's potions table. Crazy potions table. I'm going to check it. I don't want my potions being touched. Look, there's Chilero's stuff. My vault over there. I don't want stuff. I mean, this might be my stuff. It might be some armor, some upgraded weapons. Whatever it is, I don't want that being moved around. I don't want it sent to maybe a tribal vault. This is my personal stuff. So I want that excluded as well. Check that. We'll confirm it. Close it. So when I do manual sort, none of the potions come back. And that's what you want to see. So you can choose what you want sorted, what you don't want sorted, and where it goes. So let's go through a few of the other things. Some of them are, you know, your cooker. It's a smaller cooker version, which is great, especially if you're pressed on space. So that's there. You've got your grinder. This little guy here is the trash can. So you can actually sort items to the trash can. So if you pick up junk, right? I don't know, you pick up cloth armor or something. You never want cloth armor, right? So you can sort your cloth armor to this box, to the trash can, and every time you manually sort, all that cloth armor will zap into the trash can, and you just come over and trash it. It will disappear. Right? So we also have the refrigerated. We haven't put this down. Early game, you're going to do the mortar pestle. But there is a more advanced one, refrigerated chemistry bench. So that would be kind of nice to have, right? Chemistry bench that's also refrigerated. As we move around, this one here is a spoiling bin for meat. All right, so you place meat in here, and over time it'll spoil. Now there might this one I don't use much because you can. I mean, if you don't know, you can build a regular toilet, throw a bunch of meat in the regular toilet. This is the vanilla toilet I'm talking about, and then take a dump on your meat. It spoils it all. That's what I usually do, because you can spoil like thousands at a time. AA grill is extremely fast. Here's the AA dehydrate. So this will make, the great thing about this one, it will dehydrate your meat without spark powder, without oil. All you have to do is put the cooked meat in. Do the cooked regular meat, you can do prime. Now these other two recipes are the vanilla, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It does both. So you can do the vanilla recipe, but why would you? You just go to the AA recipe, which is simply throwing the meat in. It's quick and easy to do. And again, we've already talked about the fridge. The fridge, you can basically put anything in. There's no restrictions. So your organic polymer and whatnot can go in there. You've got a refrigerated trough right off the bat. And you've got air conditioning. So the air conditioning is more powerful. I don't know the exact numbers. I've heard that some people say it's worth 3 regular air conditioners. So we always just put down one of these, and it's always in. And over here we've got our egg crate. I don't use the egg crate because there's another mod, an egg collector, which will incubate the eggs down to 100%. So we don't use this one, but if you don't have the other mod, this one will gather all your fertilized eggs. So you can just have your dinos on breeding. All your fertilized eggs will appear in this crate. This crate is also not impacted by the manual sort. You don't have to exclude it. It will not pull your fertilized eggs out of it. This is a vacuum. So the vacuum will pick up any items that appear around your base. So on this map, there are earthquakes that appear, like on Aberration. And little boxes pop out with little pieces of wood or flint, whatever. This will suck all those up, place them in the vacuum. It will also work for, say, snow owl pellets, or anything your other dinos might drop is special. And one of the last items is this polymer transmitter. So if you're getting organic polymer and you want to switch it to regular polymer, use this machine. Let's turn it on first. Oh, it's already on. There we go. So you put your organic polymer in here, and you can convert to regular polymer. So why don't we do that? Bam! Fast as that. You can do 10 at a time, so we still have 6. We cannot. You can also go backwards the other way. You've also got the ability to create corrupted nodules. Organic polymer. This is reading the same. They appear to be the corrupted nodules. All right, so that's a quick way to keep. The fridge does a really good job of keeping your organic polymer. But if you want it even longer, you can switch it to regular polymer. All right, what are we missing? We also have the honey synthesizer. So you need your bee, create a beehive, use some rare flower. Beehive will not sting you or bother you. So you can just go and harvest honey, or you can just use the manual sorter again. It will pull all the honey out for you and place it in the fridge. There's a dino leash. Now, the dino leash you can put down. If, for example, we want this Dodicarus here to wander around, but not too far, we want to keep him in a circle. The dino leash will create a circle, and the Dodicarus will be able to wander around within that circle, breaking stone, but he won't leave the circle. So you can keep him from falling off ledges and there's some gardening items as well. So the compost bin is great. Compost bin will automatically collect the feces and it will grab thatch. We currently don't have any thatch here. No trees. But it will pull thatch out of your storage, 50 at a time, place it into the compost bin, and make your fertilizer. Then you've got the fertilizer manager. Looks like a overflowing toilet. It is the fertilizer manager. So this one, you can pull the fertilizer in here and fill the crops. So it will automatically fill the fertilizer, put the fertilizer into your crop plots. Once you do it once, it'll just keep doing it for you. Let's see where it put. There it put 2. We got 2 in there, 2 in here. So it's already been doing it for us previously. So we'll keep these plots fertilized for you. And you have a gardening station. Gardening station allows you to plant items which you normally cannot plant, like the cactus and the mushrooms. You do need to have them to begin with, silk, sap, rare flower. And you can also produce imprinting kibble. This imprinting kibble we couldn't get to work. So we're not sure if it's been fixed, but this really did nothing for us, and we couldn't figure out how to use that. But the other plants, we can plant those and place them in. And you can grow your rare flowers if there's a shortage of rare flowers on your map, or silk. If there is no silk, you want silk, you get some in a drop, create a seed, plant, and you're good to go. All right, I believe we've hit on all the AA that we were going to talk about here in this video. Give it a shot. It's a free mod. Download it, throw it up there. Once you got it, you're not going back. There's a few other things also. Air stations. I haven't gone into. You can control Species X plans and turrets. It's a fantastic, really well. All right, well, thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video.